The Notebook was Nicholas Sparks' first ever published book. When published, it became an almost instant success. However, it wasn't until about 10 years later that the book was transformed into one of the most iconic romance movies of modern history. Should you read the book or just skip it and watch the movie? Analyzing the differences between the film and the book, we'll find it out together. The Notebook is a 2004 romantic drama film directed by Nick Cassavetes and written by Jeremy Levin from John Sardi's adaptation of the 1996 novel by Nicholas Sparks. The film stars Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams as a young couple who fall in love in the 40s. Back to 1940, Seabrook Island, South Carolina. The poor lumber mill worker Noah Calhoun sees 17-year-old Iris Ellison, that is Ellie, at a carnival and they have a summer love affair. Even if they are from very different worlds, they fall in love with each other and soon become inseparable. One night, Noah takes Ellie to an abandoned house that he intends to buy for them, but they are interrupted by Noah's friend, Finn, with the news that Ellie's parents have the police looking for her.
Now, he is a nice boy. He's a nice boy, but he's...
He's what?
He is trash! 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 Not for you!
Noah walks out, and Ellie chases after him. An argument ensues, causing the two to break up. This is the first difference. In the book, in fact, Ellie and Noah have a perfect relationship, and this argument doesn't exist. While in the movie, it is stated that they argued over everything, but the only thing they had in common was they were crazy for each other, in the book, we are made to believe that their relationship was perfect and that they never argued, which is in essence true, as they were so madly in love with each other. The next morning, Anne announces that the family is returning home to Charleston. Ellie attempts to contact Noah, but is unable to find him. Noah starts writing to Ellie every day for a year, but Anne intercepts the letters. They will never reach Ellie. Actually, in the book, it was for 2 years, but this is a little different because the important fact is that she never got one letter from Noah, convincing herself that he doesn't care anymore. Meanwhile, she volunteers in a hospital for the wounded soldiers of the World War II, and she meets Captain Lon, a young and rich lawyer. After a few years being together, the two become engaged, to the delight of Ellie's parents. Noah buys the abandoned house and convinces himself that if he refurbishes the house, Ellie will come back to him. Later, while Ellie is being fitted for her wedding dress, she sees in the newspaper that Noah has completed the house to the specifications she made years before. Now Ellie returns to Seabrook and finds out the truth about the letters. They figure out that they didn't stop loving each other and kiss passionately in the rain. Even if the kiss in the rain scene never happens in the book, it has become one of the most important scenes in the movie. It allows the viewer to see how madly in love they have always been with each other, even when they were apart.
still isn't over.
Several days later, Anne appears on Noah's doorstep to warn Ellie that Lon has followed her to Seabrook. Anne reveals that in her youth she had been in love with a lower-class young man and was still thinking about him. Anne then gives Ellie the letters that Noah wrote to her. Subsequently, Ellie confesses to Lon that she had spent time with Noah and eventually returns to her relationship with him. In the present narrative, it is revealed that the elderly woman is dementia-stricken Ellie, Duke is actually Noah, and that he had been told by Ellie during the early stages of her illness to reread their journals to help her recall her past. She briefly remembers Noah but soon forgets. Noah suffers a heart attack and is sent to the same hospital where Ellie was. He visits her room at midnight and suddenly she remembers him again. He proceeds to remind her of her illness, thought he reassures her that they can do anything with the love they share. They kiss, hold hands, and fall asleep together. In the morning, a nurse discovers that they have died in their sleep, with their hands still clasped together. This is the last big difference between book and film. In the book, in fact, none of them dies, and the story ends only to a point when Ellie was able to recognize Noah despite being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. The love story is both heartwarming and yet tragically sad for all viewers and readers. However, the movie was able to make us experience intense emotion through vibrant colors, wonderful music, tense and romantic moments that the book described only. Despite some changes, we can say that it is one of the few cases in which the film is better than the book.